everybody. Welcome to the Wolves quiz, supported by Tile Choice and Energy Angels. This is week 4 of the Wolves quiz. Welcome once again to my living room as we are deep in lockdown. Hopefully, there's been a lot more talk, hasn't there, recently about possible return of football. We are desperate to try and see some. It has been 54 days since we last got to watch Wolves in the flesh, though there is still plenty of content available for you here on the Wolves Facebook channel, on the Wolves YouTube channel, and on the Wolves Facebook channel, and across Twitter and Instagram as well. We have been doing Big Match Revisited, which Monday night went back to a victory against West Bromwich Albion from 2011, where Mick McCarthy himself joined us, along with George Edakobi, Stephen Hunt, Stephen Ward, and as ever, Chris Owalamo with me for that one. We have recorded next week's already. We're going back a little bit further in time, but trust me, it's a good one. It'll be available on Monday. We've started doing it over Zoom as well, so you can see people, which might be a little bit weird. And apologies for those who have to suffer viewing me tonight and now viewing me on a Monday night as well. As far as the re-reviewed goes, they continue to go out every Thursday and Friday night as well. And thankfully, you don't have to see me on that one, or Tim Spears or Tom Parry on that as well. But it means that we've got plenty for you, hopefully to try and keep you entertained during this period. Hello to Steve Wolf. Yeah, I'm trying to keep well, mate. I've not bothered to do my hair or trim my beard or anything like that at the minute. Chris and Simon Cox representing Daventry Wolves. Hello to you. Hello to Lone Wolf in Suffolk for the 3rd week in a row. Danny Rockid says, "Si, senor." Hello, Big Matt 1982. Hello, David Smith. Up the Wolves, says Charles Johnson. Hello to Elaine Turley. Bishop Sound says, "Evening all." Racing Stand says, "Get a shave. How dare you? How very dare you?" Hello from Ruben Vinagra's hairdresser, Helen Benton. Hello to you again. Team Blakey looking to break the 30-point barrier for the first time. Up the Wolves, says John. Got the Hagrid look going on, Mikey, says the battling baker. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Hi, Mikey from Munich, ready to play against the family in Nottingham. Hello to Nick Clifford as well. Hello to Steve Wolf, North Allerton Wolf, Bex Pats Partridge, Shropshire greetings from David Johnston. Hello, Nick Francis. Jose Canio says the Mexican sensation. Well, it is Raul's birthday today. Many happy returns to him. So tonight's quiz is dedicated to Raul Jimenez. So cheers, happy birthday. You don't have to drink. It's not big. It's not clever. It's just what I like to do on a Tuesday night. James Speedy says, "My beard's like Nuno's." I think you'll find his is much better than mine. He did give me some tips, actually, when I started growing it. Hello, Andy Johns. 2nd week for the Hancocks family, trying to beat 31.5. Grow the beard until Wolves win next. Well, I don't know. There'll be plenty of people who would go against that one. Keith Pollitt says, "Hello, everyone from a chilly Devon." Lee reckons he's going to smash it tonight. Boca Seniors are back. Hello to little Dan of the Wolves Fancast. Good to have you with us. So loads of you. Ian Stevenson's got the Copperbergs in my honor. Thank you very much indeed. David Wright says he loved Mick McCarthy's quote that he should have let George Edakobi punch Roger Johnson. That's part of Big Match Revisited that went out last night that you can still see on the Wolves TV Facebook channel, YouTube channel, and all sorts. Right, so tonight's quiz then. We have, as ever, 8 rounds. There are 50 points available. We have got rid of the music round for this week. We might bring it back in the future, but it was quite hard. And so I've replaced it with some even harder rounds to try and test you this week. So hopefully you've got your pens and papers ready. As ever, I have my equipment here for my sound effects. So if you've done it particularly well on a round, you'll get a round of applause. If you've not done well, then you might get those. A big shout out to Big Marky and Liam. Big hello to Steewolf. Racing Stan's been researching Raul. There is a round on Raul Jimenez tonight as well. Alfie Jack and the Beard of Nuno. Hello to you. David Norwood says, evening, Mikey. I'm hoping for a better performance than 21.5 tonight. Let's see how we get on then, shall we? Let's get into it. Round one, as ever, is general Wolves knowledge. Remember, don't put the answers into the live chat. Don't spoil it for everybody else. Just note them down and we'll go back over the answers in a little bit. So round one, general Wolves knowledge. Nice and easy one to start, as ever. Question number one. How many statues are located outside Molineux? How many statues are located outside Molineux? And when I say outside, I mean the general outside. I'm not talking about the whole of Wolverhampton or the whole of the country or anything like that. Just how many statues are located outside of Molineux is question number one. Should be nice and easy. It's going to get harder. Question number two. How many times have Wolves competed in the playoffs? How many times have Wolves competed in the playoffs? If you are a regular on the quiz, you might remember that it was part of Chain Reaction last week. So it should be relatively easy. How many times have Wolves competed in the playoffs? That's question number two. Number three. Who scored Wolves' first ever goal in the Premier League? Who scored Wolves' first ever goal in the Premier League? Or the Premiership, as it was known, I think, when we first played in it. So, talking the Premier League era, post-1992, who scored Wolves' first ever goal in the Premier League? That's question number three. Question number four. For how many consecutive seasons was Steve Bull the club's top goal scorer? For how many consecutive seasons was Steve Bull the club's top goal scorer? It's question number four. Reaper joining us late. I will run through the questions in just a minute for you. Don't worry. And question number five. Which of the following legends of English football never played a game in old, gold and black? A. Paul Gascoigne, B. George Best, or C. Duncan Edwards? Which of the following legends of English football never played a game in old, gold and black? A. Paul Gascoigne, B. George Best, or C. Duncan Edwards? That's question number five. So, question number one of round one was how many statues are located outside Molineux? Number two, how many times have Wolves competed in the playoffs? Number three, who scored Wolves' first ever goal in the Premier League, or the Premiership, if you prefer? And question number four, for how many consecutive seasons was Steve Bull the club's top goal scorer? And then, which of the following legends of English football never played a game in old, gold and black? A. Paul Gascoigne, B. George Best, or C. Duncan Edwards? That is round one done and dusted. I'll give you a moment to have a think. Remember, don't put any answers in the live chat. Right. Let's move straight on to round two and then we'll come back for the answers. This is the first goal scorer round. I'll give you the details of a famous game from Wolves history. I just want you to tell me who scored the first goal in the game. So, question number one. 26th of May, 2003. Wolves beat Sheffield United 3-0 in Cardiff to win promotion. But who scored the first goal? 26th of May, 2003, Wolves beat Sheffield United 3-0 to win promotion, but who scored the first goal? Number 2. 19th of January 2019. Wolves played out a 7-goal thriller with Leicester, but who scored the game's first goal? 19th of January 2019, not too long ago. Wolves played out a 7-goal thriller with Leicester, but who scored the game's first goal? A lot of love for Raul Jimenez on the chat tonight. There is a Raul Jimenez round coming up. Stay with us, Mexican fans. Number 3. 28th of January 2017. Wolves won at Liverpool in the FA Cup, but who scored the game's first goal? 28th of January 2017. Wolves won at Liverpool in the FA Cup. Who scored the game's first goal? Number 4. 5th of January 2003. Wolves, then First Division, beat Premiership Newcastle 3-2 in the FA Cup third round. But who scored the first goal of the game? 5th of January 2003. Wolves beat Newcastle, who were then in the Premiership and I think in the Champions League at that point, or on their way to being in the Champions League. Wolves in the Championship or Division 1, whatever it was called at the time. Wolves won 3-2. Who scored the first goal of the game? And number 5. 10th of December 2016. Wolves played out a 4-4 draw with Fulham. Who scored the game's first goal? 10th of December 2016. 4-4 against Fulham. But who scored the game's first goal? It's question 5 of round 2, the first goal scorer round. Right. Let's get you some answers. Round 1 was general Wolves knowledge. I asked you how many statues are located outside of Molineux. The answer is 3. Billy Wright, Stan Cullis, and Sir Jack Hayward. 3 is the answer to question number 1. Question number 2. How many times have Wolves competed in the playoffs? The answer is 6. 6 is the number of times that Wolves have competed in the playoffs. Question number 3 was who scored Wolves' first ever goal in the Premier League / Premiership? The answer was Stefan Everson. It was against Blackburn on the opening day of August 2003. Wolves got pretty badly beaten that day, but Stefan Everson did get the goal. Question number 4. For how many consecutive seasons was Steve Bull the club's top goal scorer? The answer is 8. 8 is the number of consecutive seasons that Steve Bull was the top goal scorer. And question number 5, which of the following legends of English football never played a game in old gold and black? The answer was C, Duncan Edwards. Despite being born in Dudley, he only ever played for Man United. Gaza played 5 reserve games in October and November 2003. And George Best was actually a guest in Mike Bailey's testimonial against West Brom in 1976. So Gaza and George Best both did play in the gold and black. Duncan Edwards did not. If you put C, Duncan Edwards, you get the points. Round 2 answers. First goal scorer round. Of course, the playoff final, 2003, 3-0 against Sheffield United in Cardiff. It was Mark Kennedy. Mark Kennedy, after 6 minutes, got the first goal. 19th of January 2019, the 7-goal thriller with Leicester. First goal scorer, Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota on his way to a hat-trick after only 4 minutes of that game. Ryan Bennett got the second one. Wolves were 2-0 up. Let it slip back to 2-2 start the second half. Went 3-2 up, back to 3-3 in the last minute, and then Jota in stoppage time. Nuno ran on the pitch. Great game. Third question. 28th of January 2017. Wolves win at Liverpool in the FA Cup. Who scored the game's first goal? It was after just 60 seconds. Richard Stearman. Steers got the first goal. Richard Stearman is the answer to number 3. Number 4, 5th of January 2003. Wolves beat Newcastle in the FA Cup third round. The scorer of the game's first goal was Paul Ince. Paul Ince, after just 6 minutes, got the first goal. And number 5, 10th of December 2016, Wolves played out a 4-4 draw with Fulham. Scorer of the game's first goal was Courtney Horse. Very well done to you if you got that. Courtney Horse in the 22nd minute. Wolves then went 3-1 down. Doherty, Cavallero and Edwards turned it round, and then they equalised in stoppage time. So let me know how you are doing so far. Top of your scores from the first 2 rounds. So Big Matt's got 8, David Wright 5, Liam Mansell 5, Rob Weaver 6, Brad 5, Charles Johnson 7 as well for John Dabbs and David Lowe. Steve Hodgett's got 9, just didn't know Courtney Horse. Racing Stands 6, the Battling Baker 1, Daventry Wolves 6 out of 10, Bex 8, Ken has got 9. Steve Wolf says the second round just saved him. Wayne's got 6, Neil Crudgington 5, Robert Perrin 6 out of 10. A few naughties there, he says. Who have we got? Andrew Walden's got 4, Lee Millard 8, 6 for the Hancock's family, 3 for Lee Tully, 7 for Big Wadrow. Little Dan's got 8. Nottingham's beaten Munich, says Emma Jones. 6 out of 10. Kicking myself on the Newcastle Cup game, says Stephen Cross. Some good scores, though, coming through so far. Good scores. Might have to make this tougher next week. Right. Let's get on with round 3. It's the Raul Jimenez round. The Mexican sensation celebrates his birthday. Once again, happy birthday, Raul. Question number 1. Raul signed for Wolves on the 12th of June 2018 from Benfica. Name the 2 previous clubs that he'd played for. No extra points for Stefan Everson there, David Malley. Raul signed for Wolves on 12th of June 2018 from Benfica. Name the 2 previous clubs he played for. Club America and Atletico Madrid. Steve Wolf, there will be no recounts. It's 6. This quiz has been verified tonight by our stato in the office, Mr. Dan Sharp. And all the history books that I've got over there, on the other side of the room. Number 2. This will be a tough one. What is Raul's full name? What is Raul's full name? I'll give you a clue. There are 4 parts to it. 4 parts. I might give you half a point if you can get at least 3. Can't be fairer than that. What 2 tournaments has Raul won representing Mexico? What 2 tournaments has Raul won representing Mexico? So question 1 was Raul signed for Wolves on the 12th of June 2018 from Benfica. Name the 2 previous clubs he played for. What is Raul's full name? There are 4 parts to it. What 2 tournaments has Raul won representing Mexico? Question number 4. Last season, Raul became Wolves' top scorer in the Premier League era. Whose record did he break, and against what opponent did Raul do it against? Last season, Raul became Wolves' top scorer in the Premier League era. Whose record did he break, and against what opponent did Raul do it against? I'll give you half a point for each. Not sure anybody's got his full name come through yet. Right. Question number 5. What was the name of the WWE wrestler who inspired Raul's mask celebration at Wembley last year? What was the name of the WWE wrestler who inspired Raul's mask celebration at Wembley last year? That is question number 5 of the Mexican sensation Raul Jimenez round. I will give you a moment and then we will move on to round 4. It's a numbers game. Remember, don't put the answers in the chat, everybody. Don't spoil it. Right. Round number 4 is called It's a Number Game. It's all about squad numbers. 1 point for every correct answer. Number 1. Very easy to start off with. What shirt number does João Moutinho wear? What shirt number does João Moutinho wear? Question number 2. Carl Ikeme is the last Wolves goalkeeper to wear the number 1 shirt. So what numbers do Rui Patricio and John Ruddy wear? Carl Ikeme, last Wolves goalkeeper to wear the number 1 shirt. So what numbers do Rui Patricio and John Ruddy wear? Remember, don't put the answers or even your guesses into the chat. Write them down. Number 3. What number did Ivan Cavallero wear in his first season at Wolves? What number did Ivan Cavallero wear in his first season at Wolves? It's question number 3. Question number 4. Helder Costa originally wore number 17, but switched numbers in 2018. So which number did he take, and who did he take it from? It's question number 4. Helder Costa originally wore number 17, but switched numbers in 2018. So which number did he take, and who did he take it from? I'll give you half a point for each one. And question number 5. Squad numbers were first introduced in the 1999-2000 season. So who was the first player to wear the coveted number 9? Squad numbers were first introduced in the 1999-2000 season. So who was the first player to wear the coveted number 9? That's as a squad number. Bully, very famous number 9, Wasn't around at the time. There's a clue.
Everybody is in need, give it up. Come on, baby, I need your love. Can I touch you? Can I love you? Come on, baby, baby, I love you. Can you give it up? Come on, baby, give me your love. Don't you know I want your love?
Right. Let's give you the answers. Right. Question number 1. Raul signed for Wolves on 12th of June 2018 from Benfica. The two previous clubs he played for were Club America and Atletico Madrid. Club America and Atletico Madrid. Question number 2. What is Raul's full name? I told you there were 4 parts to this. If you've got 3, I'll allow you to have half a point. His full name is Raul Alonso Jimenez Rodriguez. Raul Alonso Jimenez Rodriguez. If you got all 4 of those parts, you get a full point. If you only got 3, I'll let you have half a point. Question number 3. What 2 tournaments has Raul won representing Mexico? The answer was Olympic Gold and CONCACAF Gold Cup. So the Olympics and the Gold Cup. Question number 4. Last season, Raul became Wolves' top scorer in a Premier League season. Whose record did he break, and against what opponent did Raul do it against? The answer was Stephen Fletcher and Watford away. It's a season record. I am going to be generous and allow you to have half a point if you put Southampton, because that's when he became the all-time Premier League goal scorer. So I wasn't clear in the question. So if you put Watford or Southampton, I'll let you have half a point. Stephen Fletcher was the other half a point. I can't be more generous than that, folks. And question number 5. What was the name of the WWE wrestler who inspired Raul's mass celebration at Wembley? It was Sin Cara. Sin Cara, who is not with the WWE anymore. But when he was WWE, his name was Sin Cara. So Sin Cara was the answer to number 5. Round 4, it's a numbers game. What shirt number does João Moutinho wear? The answer is 28. Carl Ikeme, the last Wolves goalkeeper to wear the number 1 shirt. So what numbers do Rui Patricio and John Ruddy wear? The answer is 11 and 21. 11 and 21. What number did Ivan Cavallero wear in his first season at Wolves? The answer is number 50. 50. Ivan, I think, arrived late in the transfer window, and because the under-23s were playing in the Checkatrade Trophy that year, they all had to be registered with the Football League for numbers. So Ivan took number 50, and if you remember, there were a couple of players, Mike Williamson, Andy Vyman, and Ben Marshall, whose numbers were in the 60s. Helder Costa originally wore number 17, but he switched numbers. Which number did he take, and who did he take it from? Half a point available for each. He took number 10, and he took it from Joe Mason. 10 and Joe Mason was what I was looking for a full point from question 4. And question 5, squad numbers first introduced in 1999-2000. Who was the first player to wear the coveted number 9? The answer was Havard Flo. Havard Flo was the answer. Top of your scores so far after 4 rounds. Let me know how you're doing.
Do you remember when it was September?
Right, Dan's got 17 so far. Neil 12. Owen Coates 14. There's a little tickle. I'm not used to using my voice, little Dan. It's fine. I just need to drink more. Hay fever. That's what I've got. Wayne's got 13. Jaden 11.5. Team Merrick 11.5. Rob Weaver 14. John Owen 14.5. James Speedy 15. Team Blakey 11.5. Steve Hodgetts 12. Daventry Wolves 13. Liam's got 12.5. David Lowe 12. Hancock's family are on 12. Brad Kay says the last round and they're in. 5.5 from the Battling Baker. Don't worry, keep going. Keep going with it. David Wright 9.5. 11.5 for Steve Wolf. Unit catching up with Nottingham, says Emma Jones. Smiths are on 9. Let's keep going. Round 5 is the Where Am I round. I'll give you a series of clues. I want you to name the stadium and the team that plays there. And this week, there is a point available for each. So when we've done this round before, I've accepted either the team name or the stadium name. This week, I want you to give me both, and I'll give you a point for each. So here we go with the Where Am I round, round 5. Number 1. I'll get rid of the music. Let's get serious. 204 miles from Molineux, this 52,000 all-seater has seen 2 Wolves wins in the last 4 visits. In 2016, we came here twice in 4 days. Where am I? I want the stadium name and the team that plays there. 204 miles from Molineux, 52,000 all-seater has seen 2 Wolves wins in the last 4 visits. In 2016, we came here twice in 4 days. And I will give you a clue. In 2016, the manager at the time was Walter Zenga, who told me after the second game that he wanted to kill João Teixeira. Number 2, 139 miles from Molineux. Until the promotion under Nuno, this tight ground was the site of Wolves' last Premier League win. Where am I? 139 miles from Molineux. Until promotion under Nuno, this tight ground was the site of Wolves' last Premier League win. Where am I? It's question number 2 of the Where Am I round. I want the stadium name and I want the team that plays there. I'll give you a point for each. Number 3, 48 miles from Molineux. This is where Wolves clinched promotion back to the Championship in 2014. Weirdly, the away stand is named after a mobile desert vehicle. Where am I? 48 miles from Molineux. This is where Wolves clinched promotion back to the Championship in 2014. And weirdly, the away stand is named after a mobile desert vehicle. Where am I? Got to give some clues. Number 4, 135 miles from Molineux. Just over 24,000 fans can fit into this multi-use ground. 2 great Wolves moments have happened here. An Alex Ray goal and a Cav roll. 135 miles from Molineux. Just over 24,000 fans can fit into this multi-use ground. Two great Wolves moments have happened there. An Alex Ray goal and a Cav roll. Where am I? And number 5. 114 miles from Molineux. 3 of the last 5 trips have been hardly illuminating draws, but at least pleasure isn't far away. Where am I? 114 miles from Molineux. 3 of the last 5 trips have been hardly illuminating draws, but at least pleasure isn't far away. Where am I? I'm giving a lot of clues tonight. Lazy day in bed, music in my head, crazy music playing in the morning light. Right, round 6 is Name That Game. Question 3, I'll repeat for some of you if it froze. 48 miles from Molineux. This is where Wolves clinched promotion back to the Championship in 2014. Weirdly, the away stand is named after a mobile desert vehicle. Round 6. Name that game. I'll give you some clues about matches that took place this season. All you have to do is tell me who we were playing and whether it was home or away. It's an important part of the answer. So, number 1, Ryan Bennett scored. He also scored one of 2 own goals in the game, and Wolves had 76% possession. Name that game. Ryan Bennett scored. He also scored one of 2 own goals in the game, and Wolves had 76% possession. Name that game. Round 6, question 2. Diogo Jota and Leander Dendoncker scored. Oscar Burr played, and Owen Otazawi came off the bench. Name that game. Diogo Jota and Leander Dendoncker scored. Oscar Burr played, and Owen Otazawi came off the bench. Name that game. Number 3. They scored first. Raul Jimenez equalised with a penalty. Jesus Vallejo came off the bench. Name that game. They scored first. Raul Jimenez equalised with a penalty, and Jesus Vallejo came off the bench. Name that game. They were all from this season. Number 4. They scored first. Raul Jimenez equalised with a penalty, and Morgan Gibbs-White started. Name that game. Bit similar to the last one. They scored first. Raul Jimenez equalised with a penalty, and Morgan Gibbs-White started. Name that game. And number 5. There were 3 goals in the first 12 minutes. Patrick Catrone started, and Willy Bolly was sent off. Name that game. 3 goals in the first 12 minutes. Patrick Catrone started, and Willy Bolly was sent off. Have a think, and then we'll go through some more answers. Countdown's on. Right. Here's your answers for round 5. The Where Am I round. I will give you a point available for each of these, by the way. So the stadium name and the team that plays there. Number 1, 204 miles from Molineux, 52,000 all-seater. I gave you a massive clue that Walter Zenga was in charge. I was at St. James's Park, Newcastle. St. James's Park, Newcastle. Number 2, 139 miles from Molineux. Till the promotion under Nuno, this tight ground was the site of Wolves' last Premier League win. I am at the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium, a.k.a. Loftus Road, QPR. I will accept Loftus Road, QPR for number 2. Remember, a point for the stadium name and a point for the team that play there. 48 miles from Molineux. This is where Wolves clinched promotion back to the Championship in 2014. The away stand named after a mobile dessert vehicle, a.k.a. the ice cream van stand. It is the Alexandra Stadium Crew, not Gresty Road. If you put Gresty Road, you are not getting your point for that. It's the Alexandra Stadium Crew. Number 4, 135 miles from Molineux, 24,000 fans in this multi-use ground. 2 great Wolves moments, an Alex Ray goal and a Cav roll. I am at the Madejski Stadium, Reading. Madejski Stadium, Reading. And number 5, 114 miles from Molineux. 3 of the last 5 trips have been hardly illuminating draws, but at least pleasure isn't far away. I am at Bloomfield Road, Blackpool. You get a point for the stadium right and a point for the team name right. So 2 points available per question in that round. Big Matt got caught out by Gresty Road. It's the Alexandra Stadium. Martin Evans also said Gresty. Unlucky. Round 6 answers. Ryan Bennett scored. He also scored 1 of 2 own goals in the game, and Wolves had 76% possession. It was Crusaders away. If you just said Crusaders, not giving you the point. Crusaders away is what we were looking for. No Wolves DB. There is no points for Gresty Road. You're only cheating yourself in this game. Number 2, Diogo Jota and Leander Dendoncker scored. Oscar Burr played. Owen Atazari came off the bench. Besiktas at home. Besiktas at home. They scored first. Raul Jimenez equalised with a penalty, and Jesus Vallejo came off the bench. It was Southampton at home. Southampton at home. They scored first. Raul Jimenez equalised with a penalty, and Morgan Gibbs-White started. That was Burnley at home. Burnley at home. And there were 3 goals in the first 12 minutes. Patrick Catrone started. Willy Bolly was sent off. Everton away. Everton away, the answer to number 5. Battling Baker says he was at these games and still got them wrong. Don't worry, there are guys in our media team who have been every single game, and they are still terrible at this round. So top of your scores so far. We've gone through 6 rounds, 2 to go. Liam Mansell on 20.5. Owen Coates on 21. Lightning Raven on 21, I think. Wayne Burbage, 22. Neil Crudgington, 23. Everyone's doing quite well so far. Maybe I need to make this harder next week. Simon Cox, 24 out of 35 for Daventry Wolves. John Dabbs, 23. David Malley, 16. Stick with it, David. David Johnston, 18. Big Matt's on 31. Jaden's on 19.5. James Speedy, 22. I'm not saying they started late and they're still doing quite well. Racing Stand, 22.5. Gresty Road has caught a lot of you out by the looks of things. Come on, the Battling Baker. Stick with it. Little Dan on 26. Ian on 21.5. Andy on 14. Team Merrick, 20.5. Big Buedro, 20. Charles Joinson, 26.5. Munich now leading Nottingham, according to Emma Jones. Mick Richards, 17.5. Luke, quick answers for round 5. It was St James's Park, Newcastle, Loftus Road, QPR, Alexandra Stadium, Crewe, Medeski Stadium, Reading, and Bloomfield Road, Blackpool. No Gresty Road. Yes, it was cheeky, Steve. But there you go. That's the pitfalls of the quiz. Right, round 7. True or false round. I've given you a nice, easy 50-50 type situation again to pick up plenty of points as a morale booster before we get to the super hard round. So here we go. True or false? That's all you need to answer. Number 1. Ruben Neves' goal celebration is based on the title of a book by Portuguese hero Luis Figo. Is that true or false? Ruben Neves' goal celebration is based on the title of a book by Portuguese hero Luis Figo. Is that true or false? Number 2 of round 7. Not including football club, Wolverhampton Wanderers is the longest team name in England's top 4 divisions. Is that true or false? Not including football club, Wolverhampton Wanderers is the longest team name in England's top 4 divisions. True or false? Number 3. Wolves have never won the FA Youth Cup. Is that true or false? Wolves have never won the FA Youth Cup. True or false? Remember, don't put the answers in the live chat. Number 4. Stan Cullis used to make his 2 pet greyhounds wee in every goal mouth before games for good luck. Is that true or false? Stan Cullis used to make his 2 pet greyhounds wee in each goal mouth before games for good luck. Is that true or false? And number 5. Questions were once raised in Parliament that Wolves players were being injected with monkey glands. Is that true or false? Questions were once raised in Parliament that Wolves players were being injected with monkey glands. Is that true or false? That's the answer. Question 5 of round number 7. Right, here we go. It's the big one, everybody. The bonus round, super hard, round number 8. 2 points available for every correct answer. Number 1. Molineux has been all-seater since the redevelopment in 1993. Who were the opponents that year for the final game in front of the old terraced South Bank? Molineux has been all-seater since the redevelopment in 1993. I think we did a question last week on who were the opponents for the official opening. But who were the opponents that year for the final game in front of the old terraced South Bank? It's question 1 of the super hard round 8. I think we talked about this on social media a couple of days ago. Should know. Here we go. Including the current season, how many years have Wolves spent playing in the top flight? Including the current season, how many years have Wolves spent playing in the top flight? Been around quite a long time. one of the originals of the Football League. But how many years have Wolves been in the top flight? It's question number 2. Question number 3. In 1908, Wolves beat Newcastle 3-1 at the old Crystal Palace to become only the second team to achieve what feat? In 1908, Wolves beat Newcastle 3-1 at the old Crystal Palace to become only the second team to achieve what feat? Another Mexican sensation fan is with us. Si, senor. Number 4. In 1967, Wolves travelled to America to take part in a special competition. But which US city did they represent? In 1967, Wolves travelled to America to take part in a special competition. Which US city did they represent? And the final question of not only round 8, but also of this week's quiz, you'll be glad to know, is in 1972, Wolves reached the final of the UEFA Cup, losing to Spurs over 2 games. But what was remarkable about the referee of the first leg? 1972, Wolves reached the final of the UEFA Cup, losing to Spurs over 2 games. But what was remarkable about the referee of the first leg?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll give you a moment. Still need a moment? Yeah, probably. John, it's not called the super hard round for nothing, my friend. Right, answers to the true or false round. Ruben Neves' goal celebration is based on the title of a book by Portuguese hero Luis Figo. That is false. The book was by Andrea Pirlo. I think, therefore I play. So question 1 of round 7 was false. Number 2, not including football club, Wolverhampton Wanderers is the longest team name in England's top 4 divisions. That is true. 22 letters, which is one more than Brighton and Hove Albion. So true is the answer to number 2. Number 3, Wolves have never won the FA Youth Cup. True or false? The answer is false. They won it in 1958. Ted Farmer, I think, with quite a few goals. They come back. I think Jimmy Greaves played for Chelsea in the final for that. Number 4, Stan Cullis used to make his 2 pet greyhounds wee in each goal mouth before games for good luck. Is that true or false? The answer is false. I've no idea if Stan Cullis had dogs or not. He might have done, but it's not documented that he made them wee in the goal mouth. I just made that up. It's false. Question 5. Questions were once raised in Parliament. The Wolves players were being injected with monkey glands. That is true. That is actually true. Happened in 1938-39 under Major Buckley. Apparently, it was supposedly to improve stamina, but so reports goes, wasn't actually monkey glands. It was just an anti-flu vaccine. Seems quite pertinent in these times. But an MP for Leicester, in fact, raised the question in Parliament about the reports about it after Wolves had knocked Leicester out of the FA Cup that year. Hello, Ted Farmer's your great uncle, AG Farmer. Great to have you with us. Right, the bonus round, the super hard round, and he still got the Ted Farmer question wrong. Oh dear. Right, if you got any of these, you get 2 points per correct answer. Number 1, Molyneux's been all-seater since the redevelopment in 93. The opponents for the final game in front of the old Terrace South Bank were Millwall. Wolves won 3-1. Mick McCarthy was managing Millwall that day. True story. Millwall was the answer to number 1. Number 2, including the current season, how many years have Wolves spent playing in the top flight? The answer is 65. And I'm going to be very generous tonight and say if you are within 10, I'll let you have 1 point. So if you've got anywhere between 55 to 75, I'll be very generous and let you have 1 point. But if you got 65, you get the full 2. In 1908, Wolves beat Newcastle 3-1 at the old Crystal Palace to become only the second team to win the FA Cup as a second division team. Win the FA Cup as a second division team. Well done to Stephen Cross, by the way, who got 65 on that last question. Martin and David, you can both have 1 point rather than 2. Close enough. I'm being generous. Number 4. 1967, Wolves travelled to America to take part in a special competition. Which US city did they represent? It was Los Angeles. They were the Los Angeles Wolves. They beat Washington in the final, who were really Aberdeen. So it was Los Angeles Wolves against Washington, who were entirely represented by Aberdeen, and Wolves won. Los Angeles was the answer to number 4. And the answer to number 5, 1972, in the final of the UEFA Cup, the first leg was refereed by the Russian linesman from the 1966 World Cup final. That's what was remarkable about the referee of the first leg. It was the Russian linesman from the 1966 World Cup final, the man who gave Jeff Hurst's goal. The disputed, was it over the line or not? He was the referee. His name was Tofik Bakramov. And actually, he was from Azerbaijan, who were then part of the Soviet Union at the time. That's why he's referred to as the Russian linesman. But he's actually from Azerbaijan. And another little piece of random trivia, useless, that doesn't really help you, is that the national stadium, or the former national stadium in Azerbaijan, used to be named after him. So, total up your scores. Let me know how you've got on. Interested to know. Wayne got 29. David Wright, 15.5. John Owen, 33.5. 33 for Daventry Wolves. Cam got 25.5. David Lowe, 35. Stephen Cross, 27. Liam Mansell, 24.5. Andy got 20. T. Merrick, 27.5. Charles Joynson, 34.5. Rob Weaver, 34.5. Loads of them coming through. Nick Clifford, 25. Martin, 31 after a sloppy start. David Malley, 27. Hilary Wedge, 17. Big Matt, 33. Racing Stand, 29.5. Steve Wolf got that as well. On his own, not too bad. Scotty, 31.5. Stephen Gordon, 23. Mick Richards, 33.5. Big Wedro, 28. Pleased with that. He should be. Good score. Emma Jones says Nottingham won by half a point unless you allow Grusty Road. No. Alexandra Stadium. 29 for the Hancocks family. 28 for James Speedy. 29.5 for Sam Darby. Says he's your worst one yet. Don't worry. got tougher, didn't it, towards the end? Ian Gordon didn't come into round 5, got 13. Stephen Gordon, 23. James Gibbons, 38. Hancher's got 38. Dad started off poorly, but redeemed himself in the final round. Robert Perrins, 27 and a half. Brad K, 31 and a half. Owen got 26. Good for a 14-year-old. Well done to you. Racing Stand still can't let Gresty Road go. Boca Seniors, 31. Daisy, I will not be supplying drinks for everybody. I have enough to satisfy myself. So, if you want us to do another quiz, as ever, get in touch on social media, across the Wolves social media channels. We've got loads of great content for you, trying to keep you as entertained as possible during this difficult period. As ever, I say this every week. Thank you very much for joining us. Stay safe, everyone. Look after yourselves. Hopefully, we'll all be back together again soon. Whatever you're doing, have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. And if you want us back next week, get in touch on social media and let us know. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.